Hello and welcome to this video on Bodhicaryavatara, chapter 7, verse 29. I will read it to you firstly with text, then without text, and then we'll go into the analysis. So, here we are. Kshapayan purvapapani pratichan punyasagaran bodhichitta baladeva shravakebhyopi shighraga. And now again without displaying the text. Kshapayan purvapapani pratichan punyasagaran bodhichitta baladeva shravakebhyopi shighraga. Kshapayan, that is destroying. It's from the root kshi, to destroy. It's more commonly used in the passive, I think, and certainly in Pali it's more commonly used in the passive, which in Sanskrit is kshiyate, and in Pali kiyati. Let me call up YouTube for you. Sorry, not YouTube, what am I talking about? iPad. Here we are. So the root kshi, to make it causative, you'd have expected something like kshepayate or kshayayate or something like that. But in fact, it makes it as just kshapaya, so causative and kshapaya. It's causative in form, but in reality it's not a causative meaning. It doesn't mean the kshi to destroy, kshapaya doesn't mean cause to destroy, it's just another way of saying to destroy. As I said, the passive form is kshiyate, and we very commonly find in Pali, and I'll mention it here because it's so common in Pali, kiyati, meaning to be destroyed or to waste away. For example, you have in Pali, you can have ayu kiyati, literally life is destroyed. It's that the idea given there, ayu kiyati, when one's life trickles away, wastes away. And there's a subtext here. It's not just destruction, but also, not as in a sudden destruction, but it's also destruction as in a gradual wearing down, wasting away, running out. Here, in this verse in the Bodhicaryavatara, it is destruction, because it's kshapayan, that's the present participle, kshapayan purva papani, destroying previous evil deeds, meaning here, of course, destroying the effects or the karmic effects of previous evil deeds. And I'll just give you another example from Pali. Kilesa kiyanti. That's the kleshas, in Sanskrit klesha, in Pali kilesa kiyanti. The kleshas are the defilements are destroyed. As I mentioned in the note, it's cognate actually with the Greek root phti. Doesn't look like it, but it is, from which we have the medical term phthisis, which actually means a wasting away, and it's applied to tuberculosis and other wasting diseases. So pti from kshi in Sanskrit, the early Vedic, we have phti in Greek. So kshapayan purva papani, purva, previous, in fact cognate with the word previous. Sorry, I got distracted there by a call. I forgot to switch my phone off. So kshapayan purva papani, destroying previous evils, which I think means the karmic effects of previous evils. Pratichan punyasagaran. This verb, pratichan, is two forms of the root, ish or ich, meaning to want. In the present stem, they both make ichhati, same in Pali and Sanskrit. Ichhati, he wants. Ichhami, I want, very ordinary verb meaning to want. With the prefix prati, and then by sandhi, of course, it becomes prati ichhati, becomes pratichhati. It has the meaning of receiving, or seeking and receiving, seeking and getting, to ichhati, to want, prati ichhati, to want towards something, and it also has the idea of getting it. And here in this verse, clearly it does mean obtaining the oceans of merit. So kshapayan purva papani, destroying previous evils. Pratichan punya sagaran, obtaining merit oceans. Okay, we all know by now that punya, merit, is not the best translation of punya, but it'll do for the moment. It always does, provided you know that it's not the only way of doing it. Sagara is an ordinary word meaning an ocean. It's a masculine noun, so sagaran is the accusative plural, pratichan punya sagaran, obtaining merit oceans of merit. Bodhichitta baladeva. Eva here having the meaning of alone. So bodhichitta balat, by the power of the bodhicitta. Bodhichitta baladeva, by the power of the bodhicitta, the awakened or the awakening mind. Alone, by that alone, eva here. Bodhichitta baladeva, shravakebhyopi shigraga. Shigra, the word shigra just means swift, and the root gum, shigraga, swift going. The root gum, when it is used, as it often is, as the final element of a compound, it becomes ga. So it's not shigra gam or shigra gama, but just shigraga, literally swift going. Shigraga. So shigraga, he is swift. Now, one way of making a comparative in Sanskrit is simply to put the thing you're comparing with in the ablative. So shravaka, literally a hearer, from the root shru, to hear. A shravaka is a hearer. So that's a disciple of somebody who sits and listens to you, hears what you're teaching. Dative plural, shravakebhya. Dative plural, sorry, ablative plural, though the dative plural is the same in this case. Shravakebhya, literally from the Shravakas, so has the meaning of than the Shravakas. Api here means even. He's swifter than even than the. Oops, I've done something I didn't mean to do. Oops. He is swifter even than the Shravakas. Api, even. And so by sandhi, Shravakebhya, api becomes Shravake, Shravakebhyopi Shigraga, swifter even than the Shravakas. Anything else to say? Yes, Balat, Bala, strength or power, a neuter noun. Here it's in the ablative. Sometimes the ablative or the dative can be used with the same meaning. From the power of the bodhicitta. We can do it in English. From the power of the bodhicitta, or by the power of the bodhicitta. If this had been bodhicitta balena, by the power of the bodhicitta, it would have had the same meaning and would have been grammatically equally correct. So this is out of, or by reason of, arising out of the power of the bodhicitta, because of the power of the bodhicitta. He is swifter shigraga, even than the Shravakas, Shravakebhyopi. So I will read this back to you again with the text on the screen and then without. Kshapayan purva papani pratichan punyasagaran bodhicitta baladeva Shravakebhyopi shigraga. Sorry, I forgot to share the screen all that time. I do apologize. So I'll bring the text up now. There we are. Kshapayan purva papani pratichan punyasagaran bodhicitta baladeva Shravakebhyopi shigraga. Once more for good measure. Kshapayan purva papani pratichan punyasagaran bodhicitta baladeva Shravakebhyopi shigraga. Sorry, I can't remember whether I had failed to share screen when I was doing these notes, my iPad notes. In fact, there are just a few lines of notes, and you will find those posted in the usual place on Google Drive. So sorry about that. If it's unusable because of my errors, let me know and I'll redo it, but hopefully it will be useful for you. Here we are. That then concludes verse 29.